of Earthrealm to another Mortal Kombat mobile video. Shall we begin?
Once again we have the voting results from Twitter, and for this review you guys chose Warlock Quan Chi, and so he will now get a proper review. Let's get into it. Warlock Quan Chi is part of the Netherrealm class, and his passive is called Reanimator, and the passive simply states reanimates a dead teammate with 25% health, usable once per fight. So there's not much else to it. Teammate gets knocked out, teammate comes back with a quarter of his health, second chance. Quan Chi's gear item is the Bound Demon, and it gives 20% power generation boost, 25% reduced power cost on all special attacks for Quan Chi only, and 25% chance to convert 50% damage to health on special 2 attacks. In terms of feats of strength, he will have to win 500 battle mode fights to unlock his rune. For his victory stances, he will have to win 750 faction wars fights. For his taunts, he will have to knock out 500 Shinnok enemies. For his icons, he has to perform 3000 combo enders. For the backgrounds, he has to win 200 matches in challenge mode. And for the titles, he needs to perform 1500 special 2 attacks. Now, as usual, we take a look at the victory stances one by one, starting with Malice. Then we continue with Gancho. Then exclusive for Quan Chi characters, Evil Enters. And exclusive for Warlock Quan Chi only, the Sorcery. And on your victory screen, it will look like this. Now I'm going to show you all his backgrounds. Next up we would have his icons. And finally, the titles. Warlock Quan Chi unfortunately only has one combo ender, which is probably due to him being a quite old card. The combo ender knocks down the opponent, and even though the second attack in the combo string is not a combo ender, it has this nice pushback, so it's still useful. His special one is called the Sky Crush, and it only has a damage effect, so there's no other special effect tied to it. It doesn't deal a lot of damage either, and many players really hate this one because it whiffs so easily, and once it's blocked, it deals no damage at all, making it probably one of the most unattractive special 1 attacks in the game. On the plus side, it at least is able to knock out your opponent. It can be used to quickly break an ice shield, or just to deliver a final blow when the enemy has almost no health left. His special 2 attack is called the Portal Tricks, and it has a crippling effect, which is very useful if you have characters, for example, that have unblockable attacks, to just disable them. Of course, the special 2 also knocks out your opponents, and due to his Bound Demon, you can get a lot of health back with just executing a special 2. His X-ray attack is called the Skull Crusher, and I have to admit that I really love this animation because it's crafted so well, and it actually looks almost comedic in the way how he performs this attack. Attached to it is a Dispel function, with which you can get rid of negative effects, for example like poison or snare, but on a special 3, come on. Now it is debatable if this is a bug at all, but the special one whiffs in so many occasions, even in between active combos, even after breaking the block, and because this got worse with the last few updates, I'm counting it as a bug, because I remember times when the special one at least connected when it was unblocked. Now, as I already mentioned, there is not that much to say about his passive. As you can see, he reanimates one character, they come back with 25% health, and they just get a second chance. Which of course can be very annoying, especially if you combine him with backup Scorpion, and of course the obvious choice, Jason Voorhees. All in all, I must say, I do enjoy playing Warlock Quan Chi, but to be honest, most of the time I keep him more as a background character, especially because once he's knocked out he will no longer have this reanimation effect, so you want to keep him alive, at least until he performed his passive. And since it only works once, after this you can use him in the fight, use his special 2 to disable special attacks, get advantage with some strategy gameplay. I now completely try to avoid using the special 1 attack, because it's like in 8 out of 10 occasions that this thing whiffs. It's totally pointless, it's a waste of power. And as I already said, if I use it, I mainly use it to destroy an ice shield, or to apply the final blow, just because the animation with him flying down from the sky looks quite nice, because from a visual standpoint it's definitely a treat. And of course he's best to team up with backup Scorpion, or maybe even MK11 Sub-Zero if you have another MK11 teammate in the team. So Sub-Zero would save him with an ice clone, and Quan Chi could save him a second time with his passive. And you could also add the Living Dead armor for a third time, so you could basically make a Jason Voorhees out of any of those MK11 characters. But yeah, that's pretty much all that there is to say about Warlock Quan Chi. He is okay, but not an outstanding character, and works best when he's passive.
Thank you for watching Netherrealm. If you enjoyed the slaughter and the bloodshed, you can support the channel by clicking on the like button. You can also click on one of the 2 videos presented by Baraka here. Also make sure that you are subscribed and click the bell notification icon to be notified upon new uploads. You all know the drill. Wound not kill, have a good one, and see you next time.